head-to-head, part 1. The reason why I put part 1 is because I'm almost positive that we're gonna get lagged out. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go with I'm just gonna go from B to B. So we're gonna start off with the Bears. And I'm going to do whatever they do. If they don't have a player in, like Christian McCaffrey on the Panthers, I'm not even gonna sub Christian McCaffrey on the Panthers. And I'm gonna keep playing until we get a win with that team. So if I lose, I lose. Hopefully we just get even matchups. We are the Bears. Hope we're looking for.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at
venerable
Soldier Field in Chicago.
That's not who we were looking for.
This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they?
Okay, at least we're kicking off.
Are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Soldier Field. And this will make it into the end zone.
God, he's fast.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped
it was going to be tough.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
You never like to see the Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time.
Come on, Mac.
And he'll be taken
Why do I have to stop
the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Smith in on the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into
come
a big
on,
loss,
33.
Guy just took his medicine there.
You gotta hit. You just gotta, like, kill him.
Tyreek Hill.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll get this one
Was not expecting Clyde to stay down like that.
Just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive is just...
God, I hate that when I do that. It makes me jump.
Well, the beauty
But
of
he didn't get a chance
passes
to throw
is
it,
they
so.
take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too
But
long to
I'm pretty
develop,
good at
and
defending
sometimes you
shooting
get
passes
sacked.
most of the time. So.
Perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen.
Typically a blitz, and even
God,
though people
Tyreek
think that
Hill's
the
glitchy.
screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He is going to find Hill
Come
here.
on, 33.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
You're gonna let him fall forward like that.
6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown.
Clyde is a different beam than Megan.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
Two people we pushed through.
Right down and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively.
Okay.
They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe
They don't really have a good defense though, so
maybe a few more pressures towards
let's hope the Nick. Oh, they have Trubisky. No, that doesn't mean equal. Okay, cool.
At their 25-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. Credited 3-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just
I can do slants too.
It's complete to Robinson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen.
Bro, I feel like I didn't get to control anything on that play. I feel like I snapped the ball and then Tariq Cohen just ran to the line and then I tried to bounce that out to the left.
Back to the ground. This time
Jesus, 70. You're down the field for the bad reason.
He'll lose a yard on
What is he
the play,
holding
so
the
now
ball
they
for?
need 3 yards on 3rd down. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
Bro,
Trubisky.
Trubisky.
And it took the ball off course.
We had a touchdown.
Downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
The 4-yard line.
Here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky.
Are you kidding me?
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Kansas City.
Is it going to be a run or a screen?
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So the previous play a big help as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up
to
at
the
the
other
20.
side.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't know why his guy dropped that, but
Ahead to week 3 on the NFL slate. I'm looking down at the schedule here, seeing what catches my eye. How about the Rams at Buffalo? That's a pretty good
I
game.
literally expected to screen like 20 times, and then that one play I didn't.
Well, how about Green Bay at New Orleans on Sunday night? We always talk about quarterback matchups that we'd love to see more of. You don't get to see very often Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, and this could be...
What are you doing, dude? You're dumb.
Picked off at the 23, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it. Went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Wow. Of the turntables.
To me, like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot.
Please jump off
He
sides.
was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And just see if I can hard snap him, because I missed this kick.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there.
God, I'm a little bit of Bears. What did I expect?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hey, we get the ball at half.
Takes this about 5
He is
yards
gonna
deep.
return this.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a
No,
quick
if I
first
saw
down.
that play the whole time, I was okay with giving it up because he's letting a lot of clock in.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The
Linebacker's just
Chiefs
not
will use
fast
the
enough.
first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now it's Mahomes again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit
Should have been picked again.
Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Complete. The
Dude, 59, what are you doing?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is caught. Watkins.
Bruh.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Sammy Watkins. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
Nice.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
That's clutch.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's not forget, I have Mitch Trubisky here. So a touchdown is almost possible in the play.
We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Second and 3.
From the 45 on second down, Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Did I do it?
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights.
Eddie Pinheiro!
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain.
Way to make
Charles
yourself
and I
up.
return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Set to resume
What a
here
great
with the
final
second
drive
half.
before the
Bears
half.
holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay, coach, what you thinking? I didn't like coach's suggestion when he said don't go for it. So don't try and score before that.
Ready to go for their next drive.
I knew that we had that. Allen and
And this is where I enjoy talking about.
Come on, Cohen, you need to stand on your feet there.
Or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. And
Try that again towards X Factor, won't expect it maybe.
Make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And 3.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Quickly into the hands of Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Man, I just love being in this stadium.
Trubisky's having a
history,
hell of a game.
So many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made right at mid.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Trubisky keeps it himself, and he's going to get this back.
Okay, well, I took the suggestion that the commentator said. They said get behind the big boys and push it.
And now it's 3rd down.
I was just going with what they suggested. I don't know. No longer listen.
From the white line on 3rd and goal.
Thank you.
This time, Trubisky will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen there to make the grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Okay, is that a second miss? Okay, no, I made that one. Missed one PAT, or missed one extra point. Made a 54-yarder at the half. 2 pick sixes on back-to-back throws by Patrick Mahomes.
And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime
if it's not
now even
slant, it's
deeper.
gonna be
They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
Glad I
they're down a
followed.
little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Might be done with the Bears here soon.
Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory
anything wrong
at the
today.
45-yard line. From the gun,
His one incompletion should have been a touchdown. He just got hit as he threw. He just got intimidated as he threw, and it was a terrible overthrow, but it wasn't intercepted, so.
Especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bolt.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
Tariq Cohen getting his second touchdown of the game. Two for Tariq Cohen and two for the defense on back-to-back plays. Patrick Mahomes having a rough game with his third interception. Thought this game was going to be tough, but you know, Chicago's actually kind of raw.
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
I think we got the Bengals next because I'm going in alphabetical. Damn, come on, we got a fumble
extra
there.
yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin.
He's got a big screen, right?
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work.
He like dove. I thought we were going to get a fumble there.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Not really worried about him scoring once.
First and 10, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson.
That's going back to the crib, baby. That's going, but nah, that's a tutty. That's a touchdown. That counts. That counts. Oh, that was not getting caught. Thank you, Cameron. Glad you saw that. Nasty ass return. Blowout. Chiefs are ass. Just did the Bears. That means the Bengals are next. Cameron, I know I streamed yesterday, but I deleted that one. Wouldn't actually make it a series now. So we got part 2 with the Bengals. I invited you to a party, so whenever you want to talk, if you want to, we can join. Aside from that, we're just kind of busting kids. I gotta use the Bengals. Oh, I didn't change the uniforms. The Bengals can have some good uniforms. Hopefully they got me in the all black. Can you hear my fans at all? I tried to turn on my mic.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The
Your PlayStation is broken for some reason and you can't get in it. Like your account? Or the party? This is not going to be easy.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. The return man, Wilson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Brandon Wilson on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
47-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, Burrow.
That was a bad read. I thought that 27 was going to go off. He just sat there.
At the 39-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
Maybe you tried your other controller.
Up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
If he lags out, I'm counting it. If I forget the one, I'm counting it. I played with the Bengals yesterday. Wait, no, I didn't. But I don't care. I played with the Bengals before. I'll come back to the Bengals too, if that was one. Where's the last opponent? Hey, that's a W. We're gonna Colts game as well. Okay, I'm gonna mute my mic one second and try to help Cameron real fast. With your PS4 off. Okay. Texans, Bills. I used all three of these teams already. Let's go to the Browns. I'm just picking the teams at random now. My random is basically what I did yesterday. So enjoy that.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field
Browns
in
versus
Seattle,
Seattle.
Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do
We
battle
get ball
with
first.
the
That's
Cleveland
not
Browns.
bad. Not
Jason
amazing.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
I do not know half the Browns team, so let's get it. Not the running back though.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he goes out of bounds just shy
Run it
of
away
45.
from what's his
First
name
play of the
today?
drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44.
Who's
They try
Higgins on
again
the Browns?
first down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get it out
I don't
to
want to throw it to
midfield.
Poop
Looks like
Boy.
they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Cream punt.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
It's third down.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Wow, that's crazy.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
That's caught inside the 20. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
B.J. Goodson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
9-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
To DK Metcalf. A gain of a yard on the play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Wilson. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
25-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Browns defense stands tall. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 93 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's now second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He finds an opening past the 40. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 56 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10. At their
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this? Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and finally brought down at the 43. A gain there of 30 big ones. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. This complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
33 yards that time. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
Back at the 38-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield being chased out left. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one's incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 4th down with Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A
gain of 9 yards.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards.
At the 3.
1st and goal from the 3. Here's the run with Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Steeler. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
By the Bengals.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyson Alualu able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable second and 13. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some room to work. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So pick up of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now it's Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now, they went draw play there on third down around the goal line, something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the final tally.
At the 40.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. Now a give here to Snell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Ebron with it over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep. It got his man. Complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Open to Ennis Ross, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, Burrow. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd down.
He's got his man here. It's Green. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
I already threw one pick in the end zone. You think I want to do it again?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
I won't.
And he takes it into
Stupid! Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd rushing touchdown.
Giovanni Bernard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Steelers 7. Randy Bullock.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field to the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that'll bring up 4th down as this Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pick.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
The 11-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bullock's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will.
Alright, well with him leaving, I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. We got most of the B's done. I think we got all the B's done except for the Buccaneers. At least on this stream and the other stream. And I'm counting the other stream even though it was deleted. But I might go back and do them afterwards. But peace. Just in case anyone watches